The importance of eye contact. Have you ever wondered why the majority of speakers giving a speech seems like they're staring at you? Or have you ever felt the need to pay attention to your teachers because they gave you eye contact? A speaker giving a speech most often will connect with your eyes at least once throughout their speech. There are many ways to present nonverbal communication. Hand gestures, postures, or even where you stand can capture your audience attention. However, I think having good eye contact with your audience would be the most important. Having effective eye contact with your audience gives the speaker more confidence in what is being discussed or said about a certain topic. It reassures the audience that the speaker knows what he is talking about and is confident in what speech he is providing. It also establishes a connection between the speaker and the audience, and also provides the speaker with an authoritative position over the audience. For example, I remember when I was a young kid, and when my parents would ask me a question, I would always wonder how they knew whether I was telling the truth or not. They knew whether I was lying or telling the truth because when I would lie, I would not look them in the eye. According to the reading in chapter 12, the eyes are called the windows to the soul. And I believe you can tell whether a speaker is being sincere just by looking into their eyes. Having good eye contact with your audience shows you have confidence and show faith in your point of view. I know it is very terrifying to be up in front of an audience, even worse to have eye contact. I remember during my high school years, my fellow friends and peers would tell me to focus on something else rather than having eye contact. It did work for a bit, but according to our reading also in chapter 12, there was a name for that. It was called balcony gazer, a person who looks over the heads of audiences to avoid looking at any individual. And this is something I found online and found it funny, pertaining to how speech is a top fear in many people. According to most studies, people's number one fear is public speaking. Number two is death. This means to the average person, if you go to a funeral, you're better off in the casket than doing the eulogy. When using the technique, I really didn't feel connected with my audience, and I felt like I was just reciting something that was not important to them. But if I was using eye contact effectively, I would have been able to respond to the nonverbal responses my audience was giving me, and could have just adjusted it to catch their attention or find a way to reassure that if they had any questions, I would gladly answer them as best as I could. According to the Institute of Public Speaking, as you speak, the audience is telling you everything about how they perceive your communication in body language, and a key component is in their eyes. There will always be people who will not pay attention or give you negative facial expressions, and it'll be challenging, but we have to find ways around it and visualize success. In conclusion, I believe that there are several ways to improve your speech by nonverbal communication, such as effective hand gestures, moving around while presenting your speech, or even just having good posture. I believe having good eye contact during your speech will bring out the best and keep your audience interested in what you have to say. Not only will your audience see the confidence you have about your speech, but they will also retain what you have to say.